Hi guys, and welcome to the first practice in this course. In this lecture, you're going to prepare the environment for the practices of the course. The practices in the course were designed using virtual machines. You will build 2 Linux-based machines with Oracle database installed on each. Following are the requirements to prepare the practice environment. You need a PC as a hosting machine with Windows 7 or 10 64-bit installed in it. At least it should have 16 GB memory and 100 GB of free disk space. You need also Oracle VirtualBox Release 5.1 as a virtualization software. You also need WinSCP software to copy the files from your hosting machine to the virtual machines that you create. Xming is an optional software that you can use to display the GUI windows on your hosting Windows PC. However, in my demo practices, I didn't use it actually. It's totally up to you to use it or not. PuTTY is a software that is used to provide a command line prompt to connect to a Linux software from Windows PC. Being an Oracle DBA, I am very sure you are familiar with this utility. This is the architecture of our practice environment. We would have 2 virtual machines. The first one has the host name GGSRV1 and the second one has the name GGSRV2. Both of them have Oracle Linux version 6.7 installed in it. The database in the first host has the example schemas installed in it, whereas the database in the second host doesn't have the example schemas installed in it. DB2 database will be used as a target database. To prepare the practice environment, you start with installing the software on your hosting PC. So install all the software mentioned in the list above in your hosting machine. I don't think you would have any problem with doing that. Installing all of them is quite easy. In the second phase of this practice, you create an Oracle VirtualBox appliance with an Oracle database installed in it. The database data files will be on Linux file system, not ASM. The examples data will be installed on the database. So you start with creating a Linux-based VirtualBox appliance with the specifications as shown in the table below. This is an Oracle VirtualBox appliance which has a fresh installation of Oracle Linux 6.7 installed in it. If you haven't created a virtual appliance before, the procedure to create it from scratch is documented in the document. Or you can watch it in my YouTube channel. Name the host name of the machine as GGSRV1. Give it 4 GB as memory, and the operating system is Linux 6.7. After that, you install Oracle Database 12c-R1 software in the virtual appliance that you created above. Use the following specifications when you install the software. Being an Oracle DBA, you shouldn't have any problem with doing that. After that, you create a database in the appliance with the following specifications. The database name will be DB1. You install the example schemas. The CDB option will not be used. The database character set will be as shown in the document WE8MSWin1252. The national character set will be UTF-8. Although I am sure this is quite easy for you, let me demonstrate this step for you. I will log in to the appliance as Oracle. This is GGSRV1 appliance. I'll open the terminal and run the Database Configuration Assistant. Here I select Create Database option. I select Advanced mode. Next. I select General Purpose or Transactional Processing Database. Next. I give it a name, DB1. Don't use Create the CDB option. I don't need the Enterprise Manager, so I will unmark this checkbox. Set password for the system and sys users. I will make the password Oracle. No need to create the listener, I will create it later. You don't need to change anything over here except the size of the fast recovery area. I will make it 6.5 gigabyte. Make sure that you mark this checkbox because we want to install the sample schemas in this installation. Let me increase the memory dedicated to the database. I will make it something like about 1.5 gigabyte. The default character set is correct here, WE8MS1, but I need to change the national character set to UTF-8. And that's it. Wait for the database to be created. And then you will see this window. You just click on close and the database is up and running. After that, you need to configure the listener in the database and make sure it accepts the connection. I will use the Network Configuration Assistant to configure the listener in the appliance. Next, add next, default name, next, nothing new, next. So the listener now is up and running. Let's configure the TNS names file. Make the service name DB1. Next. You can test the configuration. If you see this message, invalid username, it means the connection is correct. And that's it. We configured the tnsnames.ora file. Let's make sure that you can connect to the database through the listener. Yeah, the connection is successful. All good so far. In the next stage, you create another Oracle virtual appliance with an Oracle database installed in it. In this database, you don't have to install the example schemas in the database. Nothing new here. It is exactly the same procedure as the procedure that you follow with the other virtual machine. I just want to make sure here that I can connect to the database in the target system through the listener. As you can see here, the connection is successful. You need to configure the hosts file in both appliances so that they can see each other through the network. Edit the hosts file the same way as shown in the screen so that each appliance can see each other. Try to test this configuration by pinging the other server or the other machine. The ping is successful. Let's go to the other appliance and make sure it can ping the GGSRV1 machine. Yeah, the ping is successful. Now you need to configure the tnsnames.aura file in each system so that each database can connect to the other one. I have DB1 configured in this file. I will make a copy of it. Change the new configuration so that it connects to the DB2 database. Save the file. Test the connection. Do the same in the other appliance. In this stage of the practice, you perform more configuration. First, you will configure PuTTY utility to connect to the appliances. Make sure to give the configuration of the second system a different font color so that when you open the window, you understand to which server you are working on. In my case, I selected the green font to distinguish the PuTTY sessions connected to the target system. The screenshot in the document shows you where to change and set the font color in PuTTY sessions. So I saved here two configurations, one for the first appliance and the other one for the second one. I also set the seconds between keep alive to 5 seconds. As I said earlier, from here you can change the font color of your PuTTY sessions. I'm here testing connecting to the target system. As you can see, its color is green. And this is another PuTTY session to the first server. So that's it for this practice. In summary, we have prepared two appliances. Each one has an Oracle 12c installed in it. The database is single instance and non-CDB. One of them have the example schemas installed in it, which is the source database, but the other one doesn't have the example schemas in it. Those appliances will be used throughout all the course practices. In the next practice, we're gonna install Oracle Golden Gate in those appliances. See you over there. Thank you very much.